in part A, they want the equilibrium point. How do I find the equilibrium point? Anyone?
You make the supply and demand equal to each other.
Absolutely, thank you very much. So I have 1800 square root of x plus 1 equals 2, the square root of x plus 1. Any suggestions on this?
Multiply both sides by the square root of x plus 1.
Exactly, thank you. So I get, and I'll simplify by 2. So 900 equals x plus 1. Awesome. So x equals 899. This is number of units. And now let's find the equilibrium point with 899, number of units, price per unit. How do I find that?
Plug in 899 to either one of the functions.
Very good. So let's do that. So 899 plus 1 is 900. The square root of 900 is 30. And 30 times 2 is 60. So we purchased 899 at the price of $60 per unit. Okay, part B. They want the consumer surplus. Remember what the consumer surplus is. Here's our graph. The total area minus the area of the rectangle. So the total area will be the integral from 0 to 899. From 1800 over the square root of x plus 1 dx minus the area of the rectangle. Lazy people use calculators like me. So 53940. Okay. So that will continue. 1800 outside. And let's use a substitution for this. So I'm going to say let u, like we did before, same thing, the square root of x plus 1, du equals 1 over 2, the square root of x plus 1, dx. The only thing I need is a 2 and a 2 at the top, right? So let's do that. Do not copy the limits of integration. And I'm going to, with your permission, move further down because, like I always do, I write big and I don't want to confuse you. I'm going to remove this and continue. What will I do without my whiteout? I hope they never run out of. I'll be in big trouble. Okay, so I will put the 2 in front and the 2 at the top. So this one is du. The 2 times 1800, which is 3600, will come out. Do not copy the limits of integration. So I have all this is du. So of course there must be a function, and if there is nothing, it must be 1. So now we have to be careful. When we plug in 0, u is 1. When we plug in 899 plus 1, which is 900, the square root is 30. So then 3600. Oh! What will I do without whiteout? Minus 53940. So 3600 times u from 1 to 30 and minus 53940. So 3600, 30 times minus 1 will be 29 minus 53940. 3600, 29, 53940. 3600 times 29 minus 53940. Is this possible? Let me go back and check my numbers here. Just making sure. So we had 1 over, so we took the square root. 1 over 2, the square root of the inner function prime is 1 times dx. The 2, 3600 outside when x is 0, this is 1. When x is 899, 930. Yes, everything is okay. I'm just surprised of the big number I got, that's all. Okay, so I got 50460. It's a huge number. Did I copy all this correctly? Let me make sure. It's just too big of a number to accept this. 1800, yes, to the square root of x plus 1, yes. So then we had 1800, I simplified by 2, I got 900. And then 900 equals, yes, that's correct. And then x is 899, that's correct. 899 times 60. Yes, 5390, that's correct. And now the integral from 0 to 899. Correct.
When I punched it in, like just the whole original integral into the calculator, it came out with the same answer. So.
But it's not making sense.
Did you already?
I just looked at the back of the book for the answer, and it's correct.
Okay. Okay, I just don't like this huge numbers when they pop up like that. I have to make sure that everything is correct. Good. Excellent. So now the producer surplus. Remember, the producer surplus is the rectangle minus the area under S of x. So the rectangle is 53940 minus the integral from, same thing, 0 to 899, but this time from this function. So 2 the square root of x plus 1 dx. Very good. Thank you for checking. I just looked a little weird to me. Okay, so 53940. Here I have the same thing. I will use u equals the square root of x plus 1. And actually, in this case, I cannot use the square root because it's not in the denominator. So I have to use just x plus 1. I could, and it will be in the denominator. Yeah, it will be the same thing pretty much, but it's easier. I mean, it's the same. So du equals dx. So then from here I have minus. 2 goes outside, so this is 2, the integral from the square root of u, or u to 1/2, du. Careful with the limits of integration. When x is 0, u is 1, and this is 900. When x is 899 plus 1, that's 900. So from here, continue. So 53940 minus 2. U to 1/2 plus 1 is u to 3/2 over 3/2 from 1 to 900. So 53940, I flip this, minus 4/3, and the square root of 900 is 30. 30 to the 3rd power minus 1. When I plug in 1 is 1. Okay, let's see what I come up with now. 53940 minus 4 parentheses 30 to the 3rd power minus 1. And don't forget to divide by 3. Okay, 53940 minus 4 times all this divided by 3. I got 17941.33. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't expecting such large numbers, but I guess it is what it is. Good. Anything else? Or we move on to the next step. I know I only have 4 minutes, and I always manage to keep you over. So maybe this time I'll give you a break with 3 minutes. I won't be able to finish any problem other than if you want just to find the equilibrium point. Or we stop here. It's up to you. I know a few times I extended by a minute or two, and I'm embarrassed for that. You want to stop here? You want to pick a problem just to determine an equilibrium point, or we stop here?
We're gonna stop here.
Okay, we'll stop here.